The world is stunned as the United States rolls out the upgraded version of its legendary F-22 Raptor. Even though top-secret details of this fighter jet once slipped into the hands of America's biggest rival, China, the Raptor's dominance remains untouched. After pouring billions into cutting-edge upgrades, the U.S. has built a stealth fighter with power and technology that no rival can match. So, how has the U.S. kept its deadliest jet unrivaled? What's new about this $67 billion beast that has left both China and Russia reeling? Stay with us as we uncover the jaw-dropping upgrades of the F-22 Raptor. For decades, the race to stay ahead of rivals like China and Russia has pushed the U.S. into daring high-tech projects that look straight out of science fiction. Among these breakthroughs came the world's very first stealth fighter, the F-22 Raptor, a machine packed with unmatched capabilities. But the Raptor's story has its twists. Shortly after the U.S. Air Force unveiled its stealth jet, classified information about its development was stolen. In 2016, a 51-year-old Chinese national, Su Bin, admitted to helping steal U.S. military secrets. Working under the alias Stephen Su in Canada, he ran a small aerospace company, but behind the scenes, he was funneling stolen data to Chinese officials. With help from elite hackers, Su Bin gained access to internal systems of major defense companies like Boeing and Lockheed Martin. He walked away with more than 63,000 files on the US C-17, as well as thousands of documents on the F-22 and F-35 programs. In one email, Su even bragged that stealing U.S. secrets allowed China to stand on the shoulders of a giant. Although facing a lengthy prison sentence, Su cut a deal and served just 46 months. But the damage was done. Relations between the U.S. and China took a deeper hit, and only 6 years later, China unveiled its own stealth fighter, the J-20 Dragon. The J-20 shared striking similarities with the Raptor, but came with a noticeable difference: 2 forward tail fins for stability and maneuverability. While this design helps, it also reveals a weakness. Unlike the Raptor, the Dragon relies on extra fins to stay agile, raising doubts about whether it can truly match the Raptor's legendary ability to outmaneuver missiles in high-speed combat. In the skies, agility can mean life or death, and that's where the F-22 still reigns supreme. The similarities between the American F-22 and China's J-20 Dragon are hard to miss, especially around the nose. While the J-20 isn't an exact copy, its design clearly shows what China learned from the Raptor. Think of it like siblings. They don't look identical, but they share the same genes. In the same way, the J-20 borrows key features from the F-22. Now, let's break down the Raptor's features and see how it stacks up against the J-20. The F-22, built by Lockheed Martin and Boeing, is a stealth powerhouse. It slices through the skies at supersonic speeds, unfazed by weather, and its radar-absorbing materials make it nearly invisible to enemy detection. On top of that, it's equipped to strike both air and ground targets. Back in 1981, the U.S. Air Force demanded a next-gen stealth jet to replace aging aircraft, one that could fly long missions without constant refueling. After careful consideration, Lockheed Martin won the contract, with Boeing joining as a key partner. Lockheed built the airframe and weapon systems, while Boeing developed major components. After years of testing, the jet had its first flight in 1997. It became known as the F-22 Raptor. But cutting-edge tech came at a price. The Raptor is the most expensive fighter in aviation history, costing about $350 million each. Originally, the Air Force planned to buy 750 jets, but budget limits cut the fleet down to just 180. To save costs, the Pentagon shifted focus to the cheaper F-35, also built by Lockheed Martin. Still, the Raptor remains irreplaceable thanks to its unmatched capabilities. The F-22 was the first fighter to combine stealth, extreme agility, and sustained supersonic flight without guzzling fuel. Its sleek shape reduces radar visibility, while flaps and tail controls give it unmatched maneuverability. Weapons are stored internally, keeping the jet stealthy, and it can even refuel midair for extended missions. Under the hood, it packs 2 powerful Pratt & Whitney F-119 engines, each pushing 35,000 pounds of thrust. Together, they give the Raptor incredible speed and agility. At full power, it reaches Mach 1.8 on engine thrust alone, and more than Mach 2 with afterburners. With its internal fuel and extra tanks, it can cover over 1,600 nautical miles. Flying higher and faster than older jets, the Raptor maximizes its sensors and weapons while staying out of reach from enemy missiles. It can cruise at supersonic speeds without afterburners, letting it strike targets that other jets couldn't even reach. At 50,000 feet, it can launch missiles farther and faster, giving it a deadly edge in combat. Built from advanced, heat-resistant materials, the F-22 is tough, resilient, and built to survive in the most dangerous missions. Simply put, it's the ultimate predator in the skies. The F-22's design, stability, and engines give it unmatched maneuverability and efficiency. With large control surfaces and advanced systems, it handles extreme angles and maneuvers like the Cobra and J-turn. Computers assist the pilot, keeping flight smooth and safe. Its cockpit is fully digital, with a wide central display, 6 smaller screens, and hands-on controls for precision. The canopy was reinforced for durability, while built-in radios, smart panels, and tactical displays provide full awareness. The Raptor has 3 weapon bays, a central bay for 6 long-range missiles and 2 side bays for short-range launchers. Its main weapons are the AIM-120 AMRAAM and AIM-9 Sidewinder, plus a wing-mounted cannon for close combat. The central bay can also carry bombs. Stealth sets the F-22 apart. Its shape scatters radar waves, while details like hinges and helmet fittings minimize detection. It emits less heat, noise, and signals, unlike older jets that relied heavily on fragile coatings. A built-in system alerts crews if adjustments are needed. In 2021, it tested a new coating to reduce infrared visibility, making it even harder to track with heat seekers. Since debut, the Raptor has seen constant upgrades, keeping it ahead of rivals like China's J-20. At Wright-Patterson AFB, yearly updates now improve software and speed upgrade cycles. Though the Air Force plans to replace it with the NGAD fighter, billions are still being spent to keep it unmatched. In 2024 alone, $35 billion was allocated for R&D and upgrades, with another $20 billion planned over 5 years. The message is clear: the Raptor is still the standard rivals fear. Dale White, the Air Force's program executive for fighters, says these investments ensure the F-22 stays effective and shape future tech, including NGAD. After the Increment 3.2B upgrade in 2020-21, the Raptor Agile Capability Release (RACR) program began. Phase 1, completed in 2022, upgraded hardware for Link 16 data. Phase 2, a software update, is underway, with Phase 3 due in 12 to 18 months. Beyond software, the Air Force is testing low-drag tanks and pylons to extend range, rolling out after RACR-2. These efforts are part of a $10.9 billion advanced Raptor enhancement and sustainment contract. Meanwhile, China has advanced its own stealth jet, the J-20 Mighty Dragon. 8 years after the F-22, China unveiled the J-20, developed by Chengdu Aerospace for the PLA Air Force. Like the Raptor, it's stealthy and all-weather capable, but comes in 3 variants: J-20A, J-20B with thrust vectoring, and J-20S, a 2-seater. First tested in 2011 and revealed in 2016, it made China the second nation, and first in Asia, with an operational stealth fighter. The J-20 features a long fuselage, sharp nose, frameless canopy, diverterless intakes, and canards blending into its delta wing. At the rear are 2 canted fins, ventral stabilizers, and stealth exhausts. Built intentionally unstable, it can turn sharply and perform extreme maneuvers. Canards add lift and agility at high angles. Its cockpit houses advanced sensors and comms for situational awareness. It carries long-range missiles and precision bombs but lacks an internal gun, showing its focus on long-range strikes over dogfights. Extra fuel tanks extend range, and upgraded engines have boosted speed and agility. Analysts say the J-20 is stealthier than Russian jets, but still trails the F-22. And with constant Raptor upgrades, the gap keeps growing. The Air Force plans to modernize the F-22 F-22 until a replacement arrives, one that must prove superior in every way. When that replacement finally arrives, it's expected to carry technologies the world has never seen.